hotel has a wonderfully peaceful poolside that sits in the central courtyard, flanked by palm trees and grounds. It is most likely the inspiration for the many comparisons made to an oasis by travelers. The most remarkable thing about it is that just a few feet inside from the street and not a sound of traffic here. All you can hear is the water, a gentle breeze and some birds. It's really quite lovely. The pool is the centerpiece of the hotel, and rooms with a poolside view are most in demand. Of rooms themselves, there is no dearth, with more than 200 at its disposal. The immaculate service offered here shows in the details, like these little placards left all over, informing hotel guests of hotel policy against direct tipping. Effectively, what that does is rid you of over-eager bellboys and also that feeling of guilt every time you're caught without change in your pocket. Outside, in its corridors, deep green granite floors complement the stately oak and mahogany woodwork. The less ostentatious brass replaces gold here as the metal of choice. Like its service, the luxury of this hotel is discreetly delivered in a matter-of-fact, understated sort of way. Nothing is too loud or conspicuous, except perhaps their pride in their massive ballroom. The cavernous hall with a string of massive chandeliers can host up to 800 guests and has been known to deploy a serving staff of more than 50 at a time. Wind down after the big business banquet at the hotel spa. With 2 spa suites and a host of services to choose from, this is one luxury you would be hard-pressed to turn down.
Aisha, this is the therapy suite of the Oberoi Spa.
It is lovely.
Yes.
Very soothing feel to it.
Yes.
And I see you have a beautiful and very extensive menu.
Yes.
Why don't you just suggest something? What should I go for?
Our current favorite right now, which we recommend to most of our guests, and something that's very popular, is the hot lava shell massage, which is happening right now. As you can see, this is lava shell. We put in some gel. It is an amalgamation of sea salts, of minerals, which we put in here, which when activated starts generating heat on its own. So at the end of the massage, you come out completely rejuvenated.
That look on her face, it's the voice of experience. It sounds delicious.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go for that.
Absolutely.
And meanwhile, I suggest the rest of you check out the Chaurangi bar, because that's definitely worth it. See you there right after. Time at the Chaurangi melts and ebbs to the lilting notes of jazz every evening. The decor is very British, done in earthy tones of wood and leather, complete with brass chandeliers. The overall effect may have been stiff, but for the cheery air lent by the portly men and women framed on the walls. That's an old Rolleiflex. Older day boy toys like antique leather encased cameras, old wooden telescopes, brass compasses and binoculars lend more to the distinctly all-male character of the bar. A telescope to help me find my way here every evening, and then, just in case I need it, a compass to point me back home. And there's even a pool table for the more gamer drinkers. The bar is the kind of place that makes you want to order dry martinis. And even while the feminist in me rebels just a little bit at the all-male decor, I can't resist the urge to say the name is Bond, James Bond.
Hey boys, are you ready? The party's just begun. The party's just begun.
Number 1 spot on the list of best luxury hotels in India is the Taj Rambagh Palace in Jaipur, as judged by TripAdvisor's Traveller's Choice Awards 2010. And the first clue you will get to why this property is number 1 is when a vintage 1936 Chevy Coupe casually rolls up to ferry you to your hotel. Come with me. Spread over 47 acres of tranquil landscaped gardens. Rambagh Palace is Jaipur's foremost royal palace residence. Built in 1835, it stood off as a mere hunting lodge and was converted to a palace 90 years later to serve as the residence of the then Maharaja of Jaipur. In 1957, it became India's very first palace hotel.
For many years, this palace served as royal residence to the late Maharani Devi, once counted amongst the 10 most beautiful women in the world. And she lived here as queen to her dashing polo-playing husband, Maharaja Savoy Mansingh.
The glamour and grandeur of their fairy tale love story and their fabulous royal home is still evident in every facet of the Rambagh Palace. From the beautiful poses of the stunning couple adorning the walls to their legacy of class and opulence that is the cornerstone of the hotel's pride and joy, its royal suites.
As a guest of the Rambagh Palace, you can literally live like a queen by opting to stay at the Maharani suite. These were the Queen's own chambers, decorated famously by Hammonds of London, appointed to the task by the King himself in 1840 for his newlywed bride.
The Maharani suite is plushly furnished with twin high-canopied beds. A private sunlit lounge and dining space add to the princely seating area of the suite. A spectacular oval 4-fixture mirrored bathroom is a page straight out of history. Said to be the Queen's favorite, one needs little imagination to soak in true royal luxury here.
The selection at the Rambagh Palace is rich, varied and plentiful. There's certainly no dearth of luxury here. So even if it's not the King's or the Queen's own chambers, pick from any of the others for an equally royal experience.
The Sukhnivas suite, one of the presidential suites at the hotel, is a new addition and combines all the luxury of Indian royalty with every modern amenity money can buy. The unabashed opulence that comes with an equally monumental price tag. It is the only residence in the world that has a polo field attached to it. The Maharaja Savoy Mansingh's love for the game is legendary, and even today, guests can sit amongst the trophies at the polo bar and celebrate his many victories. As night falls, the vista of the Rambagh Palace recedes with the sun to reappear bedecked in the golden glow of its past. A dinner for two, served in the palace lawns, surrounded by curtains of scented jasmine, is an experience and exclusivity that cannot be rivaled. Though the Swarn Mahal restaurant does come in a close second. Swarn Mahal literally means Palace of Gold, and the Indian cuisine restaurant it houses manages to deliver a taste of exclusive royalty. The menu boasts of a culinary selection of the finest offerings from the 4 princely states of India under one roof.
Accompanied by vintage wines from the palace cellar and 24-carat gold-plated cutlery, it's easy to get lost in time here. But while you sigh, don't forget to look up at the magnificent ceiling with its Florentine frescoes and golden hues that provide the perfect setting for an evening of royal dining. Travelers reviewing this property on TripAdvisor frequently tend to fall back on the word royal to describe it. And while royal is right, no one ever did do luxury quite like Indian royalty.
To view the complete list of awarded hotels, log on to www.tripadvisor.in/traveler's choice.